He wore a coat that had seen better decades, shoes worn thin at the heel, and carried a single folder held together with a rubber band. The loan officer took one look and decided the meeting was already over. What she didn't know was that the man across the desk could fire her with a phone call, and that in 11 minutes he would. The First National branch on Route 9 stayed busy most mornings, but by 2 p.m. the lobby had thinned to a handful of people waiting on folding chairs. Behind the loan desk sat Denise Marlowe, sharp-suited, phone face down beside her keyboard, checking the clock more than her screen. At 2:15, an older man walked in. He moved carefully, like his knees bothered him, and set a thin folder on the counter, along with a small stack of cash, mostly ones and fives, the kind of money that gets counted twice before it's spent. "I'd like to apply for a small business loan," he said, $15,000. "For a workshop, I repair furniture." Denise didn't look up right away. When she did, her eyes moved over the coat, the shoes, the folder. "Do you have collateral, tax returns, a business plan?" "I have 3 years of receipts," he said, sliding the folder forward. "Handwritten. I don't own a computer." She flipped through 2 pages and closed it. "Sir, without documented income or collateral, I really can't move this forward. I'd be wasting both our time." "I understand," he said quietly, and began gathering his things. That's when Priya Anand, a junior clerk 2 desks over, got up without being asked and crouched beside his chair. "Sir, can I help you put together something we can actually submit? A lot of small operators keep their records this way. It just needs to be organized differently, that's all." Denise glanced over, unimpressed. "Priya, he doesn't qualify. You're going to raise his hopes for nothing." "I'm on my break," Priya said, and kept helping anyway. For the next 20 minutes, she sat with him, translating 3 years of handwritten ledgers into a simple monthly summary. Repairs completed, materials bought, cash taken in. She didn't rush him. When he apologized for his handwriting, she told him it was clearer than most of what she typed all day. When they finished, the old man studied the neat page she'd made. "You didn't have to do this. You came in to be taken seriously," Priya said. "Seemed like the least I could do." He nodded slowly, thanked her, and left without another word to Denise. 6 days later, a black SUV parked outside the branch before opening, and 2 people in suits walked in carrying tablets. The branch manager came out of his office so fast he nearly knocked over a plant. The old man walked in behind them, same walk, same careful knees, but a different coat. "Good morning," he said. "My name is Walter Kessler. I hold the controlling stake in this bank's parent company. 3 weeks ago, corporates started getting complaints that certain branches were turning away small borrowers without proper review. I decided to see it for myself." The branch manager went pale. Denise's hand froze over her keyboard. "I came in with a business that qualifies for review under our own lending guidelines," Walter continued. "I was refused in under 3 minutes, without my file being read past the 2nd page. Sir, Denise started. "You did your job the way it's apparently being done here," Walter said, not unkindly. "That's not entirely on you. It's on whoever built a culture where that's acceptable." He turned. "Miss Anand, is she in today?" Priya came around the corner, uncertain why she was being called, and stopped short when she recognized him. "You," she said. "Me," Walter said. "You spent your break helping a stranger who by every visible sign couldn't do anything for you. That's not a policy anyone trained into you. That's just who you are." He handed her an envelope. Inside was a formal offer, a position on the bank's newly created small business outreach team, designed around exactly the kind of applicants who got turned away that afternoon, with her running the training for how loan staff should actually review a file. "And the loan?" Priya asked. "Approved this morning," Walter said. "Full amount, He'll have his workshop by spring. As he turned to leave, he stopped at the door. People show you who they are when they think it costs them nothing to be kind, or nothing to be cruel, he said. The trouble is, it's never actually free either way. It just takes time for the bill to come due. If this story reminded you that character shows up in the small moments nobody's grading you on, give it a like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Storyverse Hub for more stories about people who are never quite who they seem. This story is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to real individuals, institutions, or events is purely coincidental.